Hi there, this is your friend Anna, and the question that I've been getting the most from all of my friends is what are we wearing? This age old question isn't just about choosing an outfit, it's about choosing how we present ourselves to the world. I created the I Want Her Shoes podcast to dive deep into what it means to dress with intention, whether you're heading to a council meeting or just having a casual day out with your family. Join the conversation as we explore the power of personal style and the decisions that shape our public personas. Put on your favorite pair of shoes and step into my closet. Welcome back to the I Want Her Shoes podcast, where fashion and function converge in insightful conversations. And today we're delighted to host Svetlana Gafurova, a leader in luxury retail from our prestigious halls just down the street at Bottega Veneta. And Svetlana's extensive experience brings a rich narrative to the evolving world of high-end fashion and customer experience. And as we explore the intricacies of luxury branding and consumer engagement, Svetlana will share how her journey through the world of upscale retail has shaped her views on style, sustainability, and the subtle art of luxury service. And so put on your most exquisite shoes and join us in my closet, just steps away from the vibrant Miami design district, as we dive deep into the opulent world of luxury fashion with Svetlana.
Yay!
Yay! Cheers! Well, Svetlana, let's go ahead and dive right in. Can you tell us a little bit about you, where you grew up, and your family, and what inspired you to get into fashion?
Absolutely. Well, I was born in USSR, but specifically in Ukraine. Then we moved to Russia when I was little. I was born in a family of a mom and dad and a sister. My dad was in the military, so we used to relocate quite a few times while I was growing up. And my love for fashion started, I would say, very, very early. And it started from, I think, the void of not having fashion. Because growing up in USSR, and Anna can probably relate also to that, was very different than growing up in America or any other like European country, let's say. There was not a lot of choice, especially of clothing available. So the textile companies were owned by the government. So they were producing very specific things, and everyone was wearing the same exact outfits.
Yeah, that's why I think a lot of people, including my grandma, and I don't think my mom made her own clothes, but I remember my grandmother made her clothes. No. And like my dad's mom knew how to make her clothes. So they made their own clothes.
Absolutely. So my mom was actually making clothes for me, for herself, and for my sister as well. And I remember she was always buying this magazine. It's a German magazine called Burda Moden. A magazine.
I remember seeing that one around too. Yeah,
so iconic, I think, during those times. It had all these beautiful images of the models wearing clothes, and in the middle of it, they had a stack of patterns. So you could use those patterns to actually make the clothes. So we used to go to a fabric store, pick out the fabric, and then I would help my mom to actually transfer the pattern on a piece of fabric, and she would make me outfits.
That's awesome. Too. Yeah, no, my grandmother did not make me outfits, but we made Barbie outfits.
Oh.
So yeah, like we did that much. So, but you were like really making garments.
Yeah, so she was really making garments for just out of like necessity, I would
say.
Like
exactly.
The void,
to be different.
Yeah,
so you're like not like the same as everybody else.
Exactly. So that was my first experience, I think, with fashion. It's like those garments made by hand by my mom.
And can you share how your career in luxury retail began and what initially drew you to this kind of sector of the industry? Because it's such a large industry. Why was it especially retail that attracted you?
It was a long path for me, which unexpectedly I landed in the luxury retail sector. As I mentioned before, fashion was very important to me since I was a little girl, for aesthetic of it, and I think for desire to also express yourself too. But it was not until I started working in luxury hospitality I've entered the world of fashion. I worked for a beautiful hotel in Las Vegas. I was the part of the opening crew, called Win. I'm sure many of you are familiar with that place. So I started working there in VIP services, helping and assisting the most prominent casino guests, celebrities, and that's where really I learned a lot about luxury service. And that luxury service experience really took me to luxury retail as my next step. And it's something I've been always passionate about, so I've decided to try working in a store as maybe like an adventure. I did not think that this would necessarily lead to a career path, but that's what happened. One store led to many other brands. Like down the road, I work for Prada, I work for Valentino, and now I work for Bottega Veneta.
Those are some fabulous brands.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Well, maybe we can jump in and talk a little bit about your shoes since I brought them up. So tell me about your first pair of shoes, and we'll leave the second one till a little bit later. But tell me a little bit about these and why you decided to bring those along.
Those ones lately have been my favorite pair of like fun but very comfortable like on the go shoe, because like pink for me, it's a great color. It's one of my favorite colors.
Yay.
I think it brings like so much joy, and it's also like, in spite of what a lot of people say, it's quite easy like to pair with other color
anything.
palettes, and especially if you do a lot of neutrals, if you do blacks, if you do whites, if you do a lot of like earth tones.
Even navy.
Great, navy, absolutely. Like it's just such a great like pop
those
of color.
will look really good
too.
with like a striped navy suit.
Yes, it will look great even like with the light blues. It will look amazing with like off-white, all the shades of cream colors, etc. Too. They're extremely comfortable. They are very on trend too.
Always timeless, I feel like, right?
Very
Gucci
timeless.
loafers.
Absolutely, absolutely. And like I had a choice of black, but I didn't want to do black because
No,
it was
we're in
just
Miami,
so,
honey. We're not gonna do black.
Exactly. It was so obvious. It was so obvious. It was in a way boring to me, so I chose this fun pink pair, which I sleep on whenever I would like to feel fun but very comfortable.
Love it. Well, let's get back into the fashion industry, and how have you seen consumer expectations in luxury fashion change over the years, especially like as we went through COVID? Because I hear that things have really changed since then.
Things have changed a lot, I think, in the past 10 years, but especially in the past like few years after COVID too. The expectations of the consumer are very different. First of all, I feel like the consumer now is very, very educated because of there are so many different resources available to them. The Instagram, obviously, the search on the internet, all their social media sites, all the events brands are doing and promoting too. There's like so much information out there too. So we see a lot of clients coming to the store and they sometimes know like almost as much as we do, as much as someone who works within the brand. So that's number one. Number two, accessibility of the product too. Now you can shop anywhere at any given point of time.
Yep.
So that's another big thing. You have online sources, you have Amazon, you have your stores, and
is Bottega selling on Amazon?
No, they're not selling on Amazon.
Okay. Yeah,
absolutely not.
like
But why I'm bringing up Amazon? Actually, I read an article recently about a potential collaboration between Saks Neiman Marcus venture and Amazon.
Oh yes, I heard about that. Yeah, and then that would bring Bottega to Amazon, which changes everything.
That would
right?
be interesting.
Yeah.
I would be interested to see what. I'm sure not all brands would be open to working with Amazon.
Yeah.
Too, but there will be some brands who would definitely be, I think, very happy to be on the platform.
Yeah, maybe to expose themselves to a different demographic,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So.
And my third point I would like to make about consumer expectations decline also now more than ever really wants the brand to be authentic, the brand to invest in the relationship with the client. to develop an emotional connection. It's not about just buying a product. It's about really creating something special too. And that's, I think, the key for the brands to be successful, is to really build that authentic relationship.
So how do you guys, create something special like that? Because I feel like that's really hard to do, right? I know that you guys have such a beautiful boutique with like the seashell vibe, but what other things do you guys do to kind of create that feel like? Because it is, I feel like whoever makes you feel most special, right? Because it is emotional, right? Like, and the relationships and stuff. So maybe you could share some of the things that, or the, not even just you guys, but that some things that you've seen in the industry that are done really well.
But I think in general, I think it's about first really getting to know the client. It's all about like understanding who are they as a person, what do they like, what drives them, what motivates them, who do they shop for normally, what their wardrobe looks like. That's really like the basic of it too. From there, you start really building even deeper relationship, and the relationship grows eventually into friendship. I mean, I have so many clients who actually became like the friends of mine too.
That's awesome.
Who I talk on the regular basis, not because I'm trying to sell them something, just because I truly genuinely care about their well-being, and they really appreciate that too. The conversations between the brand and the client, they're not necessarily just sale driven, product driven, or commercial per se too. It's all about the relationship, and sometimes just how are you, like checking in with the person, because life is so complex. People go through so many different things, and like you never know what another person is experiencing, but what clients do appreciate is like that genuine care and attention we give them.
Right, and I don't think AI is going to do that, guys, right?
No,
like, I think it's very
That's
hard.
What I have to say. AI is definitely the future of like online shopping, in terms of selecting the wardrobe and all of that, making suggestions, curating, but nothing ever will replace that one-on-one interaction.
Exactly, and I was just
touch.
talking to Melissa about that, and we went into your store and we got the champagne and everything, and we're like, the AI is not going to pour you a glass of champagne.
Absolutely not.
Not yet. Maybe there'll be a little robot that brings it, but
AI is not going to take you out to lunch after a beautiful shopping experience.
That exactly. Yeah. So
AI is not going to make you laugh necessarily. So AI is not so many things like what we do.
Yeah, it's a more. It sounds like it's very about the personal touch. Well,
Absolutely.
cheers to that.
Cheers to that.
Well, let's talk a little bit about sustainability, because that has kind of been on top of mind for everybody. Maybe you could tell me a little bit about what you have seen in the industry that is going well, and some brands that are doing really good jobs with that. What are your thoughts? Kind of, is it really making a difference, or is it just kind of a bunch of buzz? Because I feel like we've been talking about sustainability for a while.
It is making a difference, and I think it's very important for all brands in general now. Some brands are really more of the pioneer in terms of sustainability. Like Kering Group is actually a leader in luxury industry in terms of like sustainability and setting standards for its vendors too, and the partners. We in Bottega actually have this interesting program. It's called the Bottega Veneta Green Atelier. It's an app where we can log into, and we can see each product evaluated based on 5 different sustainability values. For example, it could be like the worker's condition, or it could be environmental impact, and so forth too. So it's something which has been very, very important for the brand. On the store level, I can see that we're actually we're trying to eliminate printing of the materials. We don't have physical business card. Everything is digitalized too. The communication with clients is very, very much of digitalized.
Is it like a WhatsApp or
catalogs and things like that? We use WhatsApp, we use the Messenger, we use emails, we use Instagram, we use every possible channel.
Whatever their choice of
whatever
communication
client
is,
prefers.
right?
Definitely too. Yeah, and the product also we produce is very much sustainable. For example, we launched in October last year collection of 5 beautiful fragrances, and they're everything from the bottle to the packaging is 99% recyclable.
So can you go refill your bottle?
We can refill the bottle, absolutely.
That's
So the
cool.
only
I love
plastic
that.
element is actually the little tube. That's
Yeah.
where the essential oils move through.
Yeah, no, I love to hear. I mean, I love Bottega, so I mean that's nice to hear that you guys are doing such amazing things because I want my things to last forever. Like
Yeah.
the stuff that I buy, I don't
Yeah.
want to, especially because I'm very selective with the items. So I don't want to I think that's great that it's.
It's
very
one of the
sustainable.
pillars really of the brand is the durability, the quality, and like the timelessness. Like you buy something and will really last you
Yeah.
for a long time. Like Bottega is the only brand in the industry which has the certificate of craft program.
I
So
know that
this
you told me
program
about that.
means that really we have a selected number of items and we constantly expand what the selection looks like. But those pieces have a lifetime warranty on them too. So meaning at any point in
Yay.
time, 10 years, 15, 20 years,
the pieces
you can
that
bring
I
them
have,
to repair
like,
and
Is
we
that
will take care of it.
what is that one? What is that one called with the chain? That has a lifetime thing on it, doesn't it?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, like and the cassette ones. Yeah, those. Yeah, I love the cassette ones. That was the colorful designer. Yes,
That was the Daniel Lee designs, but those are
Yes.
really beautiful bags, and I'm sure you will wear them for many years to come too.
Yes, of course I will. And well, why don't we move to your fabulous personal style? And how has your personal style influenced your professional interactions and vice versa? Because I'm sure it's very important what you're wearing when you're interacting with your customers.
Yes, absolutely. It is very important because you are, you represent the brand. You're the brand ambassador. At the end
Exactly,
of the
yeah.
day, too. So the image is everything. Plus, we are in the industry where we make people look great. So, in order for
better look
someone
good, too.
to trust you to make them look great, you have to represent.
Exactly.
Absolutely. So you have to be put together, no matter what. Full makeup. You have to look polished. You have to look on trend. That's really the foundation of it all, too. And my personal style always have been, I think, somewhat aligned with brands I work for, because when I do choose the brand to work for, it's important for me that the aesthetic value of the brand represents also my personal choice and who I am, so I can really stay behind.
Right. Well, I mean, that's awesome. I think that is important. So, and because even if you don't wear all the pieces from the brand, right, you still have kind of the same aesthetic. And I feel like you definitely do have a Bottega aesthetic, even if you're not wearing the brand. So,
Thank you.
yeah. Next question I have is about leadership. What leadership qualities do you think are essential for managing high performance teams in luxury retail? Because I feel like it could be very stressful, especially during holiday seasons, because you guys have very intense holidays, right? Because it's always on season. That's what you said, right?
Absolutely. I mean, it could be intense at any given point, because we're at the end of the day, it's a business we're running there, and it's business which needs to be very profitable. It needs to be successful. There are certain targets and KPIs and goals we need to hit as a business too. So for that reason, for me it's very important to build a very high performing, successful team who trusts you, who also has the same vision as you do. I think vision is really the foundation of it, that we're all looking the same direction. So the communication needs to be extremely clear, very much on point, and ongoing too. A big thing also about managing the team is accountability, where every person knows what they're responsible for.
Exactly.
And they know that they would be always asked X, Y, and Z. They will be always given those targets, and there will be always a conversation happening around those targets too. So they need to know exactly what they need to achieve, and they need to be monitored. But at the end of the day, they need to love what they do too.
Yeah.
And it's important to work with people who love fashion, for who this is not just a job, it's really passion, who also love to help clients and who love this act of service.
Customer service,
At the end of the day, I believe my team, at the end of the day, when I talk to them, what they truly enjoy, not just of course sales, but they truly enjoy interactions with clients and making clients smile and making them feel good about themselves too. And the relationships.
Yeah, you get to hang out with cool,
Exactly. We
cool
get to hang
fabulous
out
people
with cool
all day.
people.
Cheers to
and
that. Yeah.
it's wonderful when someone comes to the store and asks for you, and they only want to work with you, and they, even if they don't live in Miami, they still communicate, and you send them consignments, and they still want to be loyal to you because of the relationship you built with them too. I think that's pretty awesome, especially in a world where our clients have so many choices and can shop anywhere,
Absolutely.
including online too.
Yeah.
It's very special when they
want to
actually
come back. Yeah.
exactly want to
Yeah.
come back and continue doing business with you.
Love that. That's a great answer. And what trends do you see shaping the future of luxury retail in the next 5 years?
I think one big trend right now, and something I've noticed in the restaurant industry as well, so you can probably correct me if I'm wrong, but that would be merging retail with the hospitality more
Right.
and more.
Yeah. I talked to Nicole about that in the first episode. How now there's a cafe in Louis Vuitton, right, that has a 20,000 person waiting list.
Absolutely.
And there's, there's a lot more collaborations with,
There are a lot of
like the
collaborations.
Dior cafe here, right? So, yeah, that's cool. And so do you see more of that coming?
I see more of that coming. I know definitely there are like upcoming projects, for example, in design district of that kind too. I've read an article somewhere about Christian Louboutin actually planning to open the hotel. So we're
that would be
really
so
that
cool.
would be amazing. That would be so incredible too. But that's definitely the trend. That's definitely also the trend to create special space for clients, which is not a retail.
It's more like like you're part of like the lifestyle.
You're
it,
part
right?
of the
Like, yeah.
lifestyle, exactly. You're part of the lifestyle, and you are creating just a beautiful place where you can host clients.
Exactly, because I
too.
feel like Fendi has a hotel already, don't they? Or they maybe have a pop-up hotel. I saw that they do, because they have the Fendi Casa, so that makes sense.
Yes, exactly, absolutely.
Yeah.
That makes sense too. And also another trend I think is just really fashion brands going more into home and going into other industries as well too.
Why not?
And leveraging
you have the
their
audience
brand
and
name.
they love your aesthetic and can translate into your whole life.
Absolutely. So the hospitality for me would be probably the main trend I see coming, especially when you look at brands like, for example, Loro Piana. They have this beautiful palace in Italy, Lake Como, where they host very high-profile clients. Bottega Veneta recently opened Palazzo Venice, and we also recently opened the Residence in the Madison. That's a very highly exquisite, curated place where we host very special clients too. So it's more about hosting than a product now.
Yeah, I love that. And how has living and working in Miami influenced your approach to luxury retail and customer service? Because I know you've lived and worked in a lot of different places. How's Miami different?
Miami is such a unique place.
That's why we love
Yes,
it.
that's why we love it, right? I worked in California, in Northern California, in Southern California. I worked in Vegas as well. Miami is very vibrant. Miami, as well known, is heavily influenced by a Latin culture.
Yes.
It's just colorful. It's flashy. It's over the top. It's beautiful. I think you have such a mixture of different styles in Miami. You really could do anything
goes.
and be anyone you want to be in Miami in terms of your style. For me, it was especially evident when I moved from Southern California, where I remember like all the clients coming to the stores. They were wearing like Lululemon outfits and a fabulous bag. So it was all about like accessories. Miami is really about the whole look. It's head to toe. It's like what dress you're wearing, what shoes you're wearing, what bag you're wearing, what jewelry you're wearing, etc.
Yep.
So Miami is a absolutely wonderful place, and now I see more and more people still coming to Miami and moving to Miami, and Miami is still changing and evolving in terms of like who comes here, who lives here, but a great amount of wealth is here.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of New York. I feel like we're seeing a lot of New York fashion, more influx of New Yorkers and stuff. Where New York, let's face it, anything goes in New York as well, right? But it's more subtle fashion, not as flashy. I would say, right? But if
Absolutely,
you look
because of the weather as well.
Yeah,
I
'cause
mean,
it's
New York
cold.
has seasons. It gets cold
Yeah.
too. It's not like you always wear like fabulous sandals with the feathers and things like that too.
Like Carrie
where-
and all of them, like they're.
Exactly.
I mean, I feel like Sex
Exactly.
in the City doesn't. Again, it represents amazing fashion,
Mm-hmm.
but does not represent like what people actually wear in New York because, like, I feel like people don't wear that much color there.
New York is more practical. New
Yes,
York is about
exactly.
comfort because New York is so busy. New
You have
York
to
is
walk
about
around like you wear
on the
more of this
go.
kind of vibe. Yeah,
Exactly.
like the
Let's get
loafers,
things
yeah.
done. That's New York. Miami is about like, okay, let's have
lounge.
fun. Let's
Yeah.
slow down and enjoy and have a cocktail. That's Miami.
Exactly. No, but that's what makes it fun and so special, right? Different. from
Exactly. And
anything
that's
else.
I think and that's what makes fashion very vibrant too in Miami.
100%. And the last question I have for you is about motherhood and the demanding career that could be on its own. So, how do you maintain your style and personal well-being while managing professional responsibilities? Because a lot of the time, some people don't like care about what they look like, but you look fabulous all the time.
Thank
so.
you. Thank you. So
Of
do you, I
course.
have to say. So do you, definitely. I think it's important to remember who you are, and it's important to have a lot of self-care too.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's important to like do your nails. It's important to do your makeup every morning. It's important to also make sure you take care of your clothes. You take care of your physical well-being.
Exactly. Yeah.
Important for you to exercise and like so many things. I think at the end of the day, yes, it's wonderful we have a child and or children, and the life, of course, have changed. The lifestyle is very different than before when you were single. Maybe you were just like dating someone or had only a husband. But the foundation of it all is really you. At the end of the day, like you have to take care of yourself, and then you can take care of others.
That's a great answer. I agree 100%. All right. Okay, so let's talk. I know we talked a little bit about the fun pair, the pink one, but let's talk about this one and if there is a special story about these Pradas that look like they've been loved.
They've
you
been
know? Yeah,
loved.
they've been loved like
They've
by
been worn.
Yeah, but that's awesome. That's love. Yeah.
They've been worn. They've been loved. They've seen so many things. This Pradas, and they're still here with me. It's my favorite pair of shoes, which I acquired while I worked for the brand back in around, I would say, 20
In San Francisco, right?
Yes. In
We were
San
there. We're
Francisco.
actually in San Francisco at the same time. We didn't know each other.
No,
So.
we didn't know each other. No, but we were both in that fabulous, beautiful city.
Yeah.
And I got this pair of shoes just because I love the shape of the heel.
Yeah, and
Called-
it's timeless.
called the banana heel.
The
because of
banana-
the
oh, yeah,
banana
is it?
heel. That's how
Oh,
I
is this
normally.
the banana hill too?
Yeah, that's
Okay, yeah, I
exactly
guess,
exactly.
yeah,
Look,
yeah.
you see the shape,
Yep.
the way how it curves.
Yeah, I
It's
didn't
the
even know.
banana
See,
heel.
That's called the banana heel.
The banana heel, exactly. I love the unique shape of the heel, but it's very also easy to wear. I feel like it's such a timeless thing. The banana
Yeah, and
heel is
it's
something
smooth.
Prada came up with many years ago, and of course they've been introducing that shape in many different collections. So that's actually the commercial version of the runway shoe they had for the collection. Like
And
around
did they have different
2013.
heel sizes, or just that one?
It was for the banana heel.
It was
only,
just that one,
It was
okay.
only that heel size too. It's a very comfortable, like an open toe shoe, black suede. So easy to wear and pair with so many things. I mean, I wore it with the tights as well, and like with
Do,
a
like,
warmer,
red
like
tights
heavier.
or pink
Yeah,
tights,
like
yeah.
I did black. I did black with the texture, and I did also colorful tights.
Yeah.
Absolutely, all of it too. And I wore them with a heavier, more like fall winter dresses, and I wore them with silk dresses. You know, just like that. Actually, like this, like used
You could
to
wear it
be
with
really
that,
my
literally, with
outfit.
together, yeah.
Absolutely. So the versatility of the shoe is incredible. The comfort is incredible. But I do have a somewhat of a funny, embarrassing story about the shoe. I was buying a coffee, I remember, in the cafe Neiman Marcos on Gary Street, right in the heart of San Francisco. And I was carrying my coffee, and I was walking down the stairs in those heels, and as I was walking down the stairs, both heels broke.
Oh my god.
At the same time.
That's crazy.
And like that cafe was pretty full. There were a lot of people around, a lot of people who knew me, a lot of clients. So it was not really the best time for that to happen. And I remember all I was thinking about at that moment, that I need to make sure I don't spill my coffee on my Prada dress
Oh my God.
I was wearing, and I have to fall in the most gracious way possible. And I actually did not spill my coffee. I somehow like landed on my knees.
Oh my god.
Still
With
holding
the coffee. Holy
the cup full of coffee, which I just bought.
And you fixed these, right?
Yes.
Did they fix them for you?
Yes, and they fixed them for me. Yes,
Okay,
exactly.
cool.
So
And
I
they were
got up. I literally like
Said,
I pulled my shoes. I took them from the floor. I carried them just like that with my cup of coffee, and I
Look
walked
how
out
graceful you are.
without saying a word. Someone later told me that same day that they saw me. So me and my epic fall at the Neiman Marcus cafe, and they mentioned how elegant that fall was.
well, cheers to
too.
that.
So that's
See, it's all about how
that's
you
the
handle
very
yourself,
vibrant
right?
memory. Exactly, I have.
Well-
Absolutely agree, because at the end of the day, I think that epic fall kind of represents life situations.
Yeah, you
too.
just get up and try
You just
again.
get up and you get up and you overcome the best way you possibly can,
Love
and
it.
you keep going forward.
Well,
Yeah.
cheers to that.
Cheers to that.
Yeah.